What's on YouTube, it's PTT back at it with another Division video. And today guys, I bring you a video that not only have you guys been asking for, but also marks the start of videos like this going into 1.6. So guys, welcome to my PvP build. To start off then, let's look at some of the character stats, as this will give you a good base level to assess how good this build can be. So, up first, we will look at the primary attributes. And as you can see, I'm currently sitting on 5,271 firearms with 6,664 stamina. And of course, 2,771 electronics. Now, I'm sure some of you might be wondering how I can hit such high skill power with such low electronics, or such high on-screen DPS with lowish firearms. And that, guys, will become apparent shortly. So, don't go anywhere. But moving on, next, let's look at the weapon stats. You'll see that we have an exceptionally low crit hit chance of just 10.5% and crit hit damage of 29%. But our headshot damage sits at a very high 112%, and that is because we aim for the head and have spec'd into stability and accuracy so I can make the most of the headshot damage. As you can see, when we scroll down, our accuracy is at 4% and our stability is at 13%. And this really does help when trying to hit those headshots for high damage, even though it lowers our on-screen DPS. Now then, if we jump on down to combat, you can see that we have 53% enemy armor damage and 4% health on kill. Now, the health on kill stat isn't great, but I couldn't roll it away for reasons you will see later on. Now then, on to the kind of main bit that you guys probably want to know, and that is the survivability. As you can see, my toughness sits at 425,733, and is made up of 199,920 maximum health and 53.4% armor mitigation. Now, admittedly, these stats could be rolled higher, but I haven't gotten around yet to mid-maxing yet, so I can't tell you how I could reach if all stats were to be rolled to their highest possible mark. Now then, that concludes the statistical part of the video. Let's see what gear actually makes up these kind of stats. Up first then, we have the Barrett's chest. Roll to stamina at 1,162 with a major stat roll of armor and damage to elites. This is a piece of gear that by far could be maxed better. If I had a health roll on it instead of a damage to elites, then it would of course be better. And obviously the base stat could be higher too. But to be honest guys, I really did have enough of farming for this piece of gear, so I'm kind of lucky I did get it in at least some form of usable state. Now then, the mods. I have on this, they give me plus 522 stamina and 542 armor. So overall, not a bad set, but it could definitely be better. Next then, we look at the mask. Currently, I'm running an enduring mask with 9,332 skill power and 9% enemy armor damage. The mods I have here add 258 to my firearms and 269 to my armor. Now, personally, I have been on the lookout for a rejuvenated mask, but haven't had one drop with the right stats or reroll potential to replace the enduring one. So for now, it's going to have to do. Moving on to the knee pads then, definitely one thing here I need to do is get myself a decent statted or at least usable set of short bow pads to replace the current accomplished ones. Now don't get me wrong, the accomplished pads do have good stats on them with 1220 armor, 11% enemy armor damage and 56% increased kill XP. With the mods adding 231 firearms with 273 armor, then overall from a statistical point of view, then they're not too bad. But the short bow pads definitely are a better choice for a PvP build, so the grind will continue to get a pair. Up next we have our backpack. As you can see, I am running a specialised pack so that I can dump some of my stamina and firearms into what was originally only about 90,000 skill power. This helps a little with both my Seeker Mine damage and my self heals. Now again, not a perfect piece for the build as I have only 859 armor and disrupt resistance. I would rather, for obvious reasons, have ammo capacity in the bottom slot and a higher value in armor. But as 1.6 will be taking away armor rolls on gear, then I'm honestly no longer worried about this. So again, it will do. Moving on to our gloves then. Next, as you can see, we are running the obvious choice for a high-end build, and that is the Skulls MC gloves. Rocking in with 1,212 firearms, 1,270 assault rifle damage, 1,227 pistol damage, and that annoying stat of 4% health on kill. Overall, they're not in a bad place, but without a doubt, they could be better. I've been on kind of for a while now contemplating rolling away the health on kill for crit hit chance, but to be honest, I just don't see the point when the changes coming in 1.6 will change up a lot of my gear anyway. Right then, let's look lastly at our holster, and what else to finish off a nice high-end build than a Colonel Bliss holster. Rocking in with all three stats over 1200, I'm extremely happy with this bit of gear and probably won't change it out for a very long time. Now guys, that covers the gear. Let's look at the weapons. In my primary slot, I carry a good old LVOAC. With a low baseline stat of just 18% enemy armor damage, on face value this could of course be better, but when we look at the talents, responsive, destructive and brutal, then you might see why I've decided to keep it. We all know that the LVOA is a great weapon, and currently the destructive talent is also very powerful. Throw into the mix brutal, because we've spec'd into stability and can land our headshots, and responsive because our playstyle is very pushy, then this particular setup works very nicely for me, and I've definitely fallen in love with it. Moving on next to the MP7. Rocking out 37% crit damage, 16k base damage, and the three talents, Unforgiving, Brutal and Destructive. Personally, again, I'm very happy with this weapon. Now, most people will probably say that SMGs are shit, and yes, I fully agree with you guys, but as a pushy player, I tend to be up in people's faces a hell of a lot, and for me, this weapon works quite nicely. And then you throw on the fact that 1.6 the base damage of the MP7 is increasing and that all SMGs are getting their crit hit chance back, then personally I'm glad to say I held on to this, as I do believe that it will come in handy in 1.6 and Last Stand. Now then guys, on to the final part for this video, and that is the talents I run. Starting off with Adrenaline, then this I believe is an obvious talent and fairly clear why I've chosen it. Use a medkit when not at full health to receive an overheal. Next up we have Critical Save. Use a medkit during low health to increase base damage resistance by 40% for 10 seconds. Now currently in 1.5 guys, this is kind of one of them must-have talents, as it shoots your toughness up stupidly high. But in 1.6 this talent will be getting nerfed, so we will have to see if it remains a viable option at a later date. Next then we have On the Move. Again, this is kind of one of them must-have talents at the moment, as killing a hostile while moving reduces incoming damage by 30% for 10 seconds. But again guys, this will change in 1.6, so we will have to relook at talents at a later date and see what is still viable and what is not. And finally guys, we have One is None. Headshot a hostile to have a 50% chance of not consuming the bullet. Again guys, this has been one of them great talents for a very long time now, so it kind of has a permanent place on all of my builds, be it PvE or PvP. And yeah guys, that's my PvP build. I know that it's no Alpha Bridge meta build, but it does handle itself rather nicely. Now then guys, PvP build guides is definitely something I do want to cover a lot more going into 1.6 and Last Stand, so stay tuned for a lot more PvP related videos coming your way. If you like to watch PvP videos and streams, then make sure to come stop by my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/P3T3TT, as whenever me and the team go into the Dark Zone, we will always go live and stream. So yeah, if you follow me over there, you'll get a notification and can come stop by and see what we're up to. Now, as PvP kind of videos is going to be a bit new to the channel, guys, any ideas and any suggestions of things you would like to see going into 1.6 and Last Stand that are PvP related, please let me know in the comment section down below. I really would appreciate it. As always, if you like the video, smash that thumbs up button. If we can hit 100 likes like normal, then that would be absolutely amazing. And guys, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, as there are plenty more videos coming your way. And as always, agents, thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, I'll catch you all soon.